It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the two franchises with more Super Bowls than anyone else. It's the Pats and the Steelers on Thursday night.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Gunnar Olszewski. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Steelers.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense.
And bringing them out is one of the most exciting players in the NFL every season. A former MVP, it's Lamar Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare to play without them. Everyone wants to finish strong. Well, the only way to do it, forget the inactive list and focus on the guys who are going to take the field.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Miles Boykin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week.
19 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now Jackson. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Here's Jackson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He's to the 15.
There. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And bulldozing his way through.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson shakes off the sack, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Escapes the defender, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. After the interception, here's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Pickett.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 21-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw hauled in by Washington.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A handoff for Warren.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Connor Hayward.
50 yards.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
And no return from Montgomery. Bring it out to the 25. The Patriots ready to get the football back. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now it's Peterson. Now a hit and a loose football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On the run, it's Warren.
Shifts by him.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10, it's Pickett again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Pickett sets up play action. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And that is no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Now a short one to Gesicki. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
32-yard line.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Gets this complete to Butte.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
First down, Patriots.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down.
He'll get this to Elliott.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Jackson. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And his kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you two in just a moment. First, we just want to give everybody a look ahead to what's in store for us this weekend as we enter the final month of this NFL season. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Buffalo Bills. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. We saw a solid first half from the second-year man at quarterback, Kenny Pickett. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Here comes Montgomery now to return it.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And a Patriot first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Off play action. Pickett.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Looking to throw. Pickett.
And that'll be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on third.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Pickett in trouble and down he goes. Anthony Jennings from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here's Warren.
Shifts by at the 15. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. 3rd and long for Pickett.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
New England's offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They keep on the ground with Elliott, powering forward. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Jackson now off the bootleg. He finds his man, complete. It's low. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's a foot race. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's low. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw again is Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson from the shotgun.
Got a man, Boutte.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Elliott running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Jackson now. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 88 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on.